So, do we really want to know why are the elections essential? Elections are really being held in order to determine the people's choice on whatever position they will choose a certain candidate to vote for. So, it helps us exercise our voting rights as a citizen of a country, and depending on where or what level of government do we vote in, contribute in nation building by choosing different leaders with different political ambitions and different political aspirations in a certain place. They also help empower the voters who are the citizens of a nation. It is very important that the citizens have a right to choose and to listen to the candidates' platforms on how they can change a certain system. Different electoral systems revolve the different economic states of different countries, and most notably here is the single member plurality system, in which a voter could only vote a single member of a single party that will be elected. In example, the House of Commons. The winning candidate here in this type of voting system only needs to gain a majority of the people voting, or most commonly known is they should lead. If there are two candidates, the one who is leading in the final tally will be automatically declared the winner. So why is it important that we should consider this kind of system of voting? Because this promotes unity within government and the checks and balances principle, in which, if example, another place elected an opposition and this other place elected a pro-government, there is a proper distribution of ideas and rights and principles in a certain government position and in a government institution. Another electoral system is called the second ballot system. Here in this kind of system, there are many candidates that are eligible to run and to be voted in the ballot. For example, in France, the last election during 2022, there were 12 candidates who were able to run for the presidential election. But what happened, as obviously, out of the 12 candidates, no candidate has reached even 50% despite leading. They are cut into two in the second round, which is called the runoff election, in which most votes are gonna be combined and calculated depending on how the number of votes are being counted and would be eventually credited to the last two candidates. Let us not forget that there is this system called mixed member proportional system, and in combination with that is the additional member system. This is being used in the country of Australia, which one elector or voter could vote for the party and for the candidate. So what are the advantages of this type of election? Aside that it promotes unity in a government, it also enables different voters in order to choose their candidates and make sure that the remaining seats are being filled appropriately on which it is available. This statement reflects the electoral situation of many countries now, because due to the fact that electoral fraud is very rampant in the society right now, many people get disappointed that who they voted wasn't able to win. So in conclusion, let us not forget that elections are really being created to practice the right of voting and for the citizens, not just to choose a leader, but the citizens have the free will to choose what kind of leader, what kind of party, or what kind of country they want to see in the next years, depending on who is the candidate who will win or what does the party represent in terms of changing a nation. So that's it. Thank you. Bye-bye.